Greetings from Carl Pick Stadium in West Bend. It's high school football. Tonight, the West Bend West Spartans entertain their conference rivals, the Blue Dukes of Whitefish Bay. I'm the Bear Barry Hirsch, welcoming you to week 2 of the high school football season. Whitefish Bay coming in with a record of 1-0. They last week defeated Nicolet in a shutout victory over Nicolet last week. Meanwhile, the Spartans coming into this game tonight at 0-1. They suffered a opening night loss last week. And here we go, we're underway. The Spartans are going to get the football first. They take the opening kick, they're going to run it back at about the 15, crosses it over to about the 21-yard line. The tackle made out there by number 2 of Whitefish Bay. And right at the outset of our broadcast tonight, we're going to let you know that due to circumstances beyond our control here tonight, we do not have a Whitefish Bay lineup. So we'll only be calling the numbers for the Blue Duke players, no names to go with those players. So West Bend West will start 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Nice sunny evening, about 68 degrees at kickoff time. We'll get started out of a shotgun formation for the Spartans. Now a little bit of slow signals as we get set for the first play of scrimmage here tonight. There's the snap from center. And the quarterback option keeper gets it up to about the 20, across the 20 to about the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. Landon Dodd is the starting quarterback for the West Bend West Spartans. Dodd is a 5'11" junior. And we now have ourselves a Whitefish Bay Dukes lineup, so thank you to the Dukes for getting that up to us here in time. Gain of 6, it's now 2nd down and 4 at the 23-yard line. Dot will go out of the shotgun formation. Man in motion coming around to the other side, that is Aiden Sison. And the ball carrier gets it out to about the 25-yard line. That is Princeell, the ball carrier. And it'll bring up a 3rd down. A little bit of a sparse crowd here on this Labor Day weekend. Again, school not getting in session until next week, so the Blue Dukes traveled with a few fans over here on that side. It's a 3rd and 1 now for the Spartans on the opening drive of the game. Dot out of the gun formation. And here's the handoff, keeping it on the ground. Princeell is the carrier. And I don't know if Princeell has enough for the 1st down. He might be just shy of the 1st down marker. He's going to be short of the 1st down. He actually said he lost a yard on the play. So the Spartans will start with 3 plays and out, and they will punt it away over to Whitefish Bay. And back to receive the punt for the Blue Dukes is Byron Burrows. Here's the snap. And a nice booming kick by Dot. Takes a bounce, but now retrieved out there by Burrows. Burrows crosses the 45, and Burrows pushed out of bounds on the far sidelines near the 50. And penalty flag is going to come out on that far side of the field, and we'll see what that is all about.
Hey, John, we got to talk about an adjustment. John?
One game already in the books as we get this game underway here tonight in the North Shore Conference. On Thursday night, the night before our game, Hartford defeated Nicolet 44-15 to start out week 2. So the Nicolet Knights dropped to 0-2 on the early portion of the season. Blue Dukes get called for an illegal block to the back, so they're going to start with a penalty on their first drive. And they'll mark it from the spot of the infraction. Again, West lost last week 42-0 to Homestead in week 1. While Whitefish Bay defeated Nicolet 35-7 last Friday night. All right, here we go. First set of series now for the Blue Dukes at the 40-yard line. And the snap from center, ball is fumbled. And they do get the ball back. So it's a no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. Jaden Jackson is the quarterback for Whitefish Bay tonight. Jackson, 6'3", 190 pounds, sophomore, or junior, excuse me. On 2nd and 10 at the 40. Jaden with the snap, takes it on the ground on the handoff, pushes his way across the 40 to near the 45-yard line. That is Garcia carrying it, stopped right there at around the B. So a nice little carry there on a 2nd down. It's a gain of about 5, makes it a somewhat manageable 3rd and 5 here for Whitefish Bay on their opening drive. 8:55 to play here in the first quarter, and it's a scoreless game. Jackson back under center. One receiver to the right, full house backfield, and movement in the backfield now. And that's going to cost the Blue Dukes 5 yards. So the second penalty of the evening already on Whitefish Bay. That'll back them up 5, and now it'll be 3rd down and long. So a chance for the Spartans to make a stop here and get the football back. They'll mark it at the 40. Jackson sets the play under center. Now man in motion coming to the near side of the field. Jackson rolling over, looking. Now pocket breaks down. Jackson to keep it himself. He's going to run and try to push the football forward, but Jackson will be stopped well shy of the 1st down. And Whitefish Bay will go 3 and out on their opening series of the night. It's only a gain of 5. So both teams go 3 and out on their opening series, but that means that the Spartans will be recipients to get the football right back. Snap, a little bit of a low one, and a nice high kickoff there.
Don't touch it.
By Jacob Donovan.
Nice punt.
Donovan got all of his foot in that one. And that's going to send the Spartans back deep in the territory for their 2nd possession of the night. They're going to mark it inside the 10-yard line, down at about the 7-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for West Bend West. 7:27 to play in the opening quarter, scoreless. So Landon Dott comes back out. Split receivers, 2 left, 2 right, 1 lone back, and here's the pass by Dott overside and intended for Aiden Sison, and it's incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. On this Friday night, August the 30th, the West Bend East Suns tonight have their road opener. They are at Grafton. Other games in the North Shore Conference on this night, Port Washington is at Slinger, and Cedarburg plays host to Homestead. Now 2nd and 10 at the 7. Dott back almost at the goal line, has protection, now breaks down, now has to throw it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Pressure came in strong there on Dad against Israel Blunt. Blunt is 6 feet, 245 pounds, senior for the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. So now it'll be 3rd and 10. This is the 3rd meeting in the North Shore Conference between the Spartans and Whitefish Bay. Whitefish Bay has owned the previous 2 years of their existence in the conference with the Spartans. Last year, 27-7 victory. And in 2017, Whitefish Bay took it 42-7. So Spartans looking for their first victory over Whitefish Bay tonight. Here's the 3rd and 10 play, and it's over and caught and dropped. Would have been just shy of the 1st down, but Mason Walschlager could not come up with the catch. And so the Spartans will go another 3 and out and will punt it right back over to Whitefish Bay on a 4th and 10. So now Dodd, who will step back in the punt position, will punt from the end zone. Can't afford a missed snap cue here. There's the snap. Dodd got a little bit high. He controlled it, and Dodd gets a fairly decent punt off. It's taken inside the 40-yard line by Jaden Jackson, and Jackson pushes it inside the 30-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. So we'll see what Whitefish Bay is able to do now on their second offensive possession. This is a good position to start, though, for the Blue Dukes. Short field to work with. Spartan defense going to be challenged now in this series. See what Jaden Jackson has up the time for. Under center with 2 backs, 1 receiver to the right. And here's Jackson, and the handoff coming to his lead back, getting it up to about the 30, nothing more than that, so not much of a gain at all on that one. That was Michael Kaufman carrying the ball. And we'll give Kaufman about a gain of 1, so we'll call it 2nd and 9 inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Under 7 minutes to go now in this opening quarter. Blue Dukes on offense, trying to get the first score of the night in good position, having started this drive at the 30. Jackson takes the snap, back to pass, throws it over to the side, and incomplete. Leading his man over there, that was Jack Stecker, and it was just out of Stecker's grasp and reach. He couldn't come up with it. So it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Blue Dukes, who went 0 of 1 so far in a 3rd down conversion, so they'll see if they can keep it going.
We gotta tell Jordan too when you get a chance. Jordan makes his not to leak out too far. He's just flying the curl. He needs to stay and look a little longer. Yeah, I'm just looking at stuff right now. So yeah, you just have to.
Jackson has a receiver to his left side, full backfield. On 3rd and 9, rolling around, going to keep it himself. Breaks 1, breaks 2, still on his feet, pushing the ball close to that down marker, but I think he's going to be about a yard shy. It's going to be 4th down, and we'll see what the Blue Dukes select to go with here. And it's going to be just shy of the 1st down by about a yard. So on 4th and 1 for the Blue Dukes. And it looks like Jack Wolter, the head coach of Whitefish Bay, says we're going to go for it. So at the 21-yard line, 4th and 1. Here's Jaden Jackson now. 1 receiver to the right. Jackson pushes it forward himself. He's got the 1st down. First down of the night for either team. And Whitefish Bay claims it. So they'll restack up a fresh set of 4 downs. And now it's 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. 5.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Jackson up tight under his center. And here's the pitch back coming around. One inside to the 15, inside towards the 13-yard line. That's Drew Garcia, first carry we've had him tonight. And Garcia got a pretty good carry, that close to 6 yards on the play. They'll mark him down at the 11-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 4. All right, Jackson has him at the line. Back to pass, looking over to the right side. It's caught out there by his receiver, that is Jack Stecker. And Stecker dropped right around the 10-yard line. He's going to bring up about a 3rd down. Third down and just shy. They can get a 1st and goal if they convert on this one. 3rd and 1. Jackson ran for the 1st down a few moments ago on a 4th down play. See what happens here. And they'll keep it on the ground to Garcia. He'll push it forward, and it's a first down for the Blue Dukes. And now it'll be first and goal for Whitefish Bay.
Ball down to the 7-yard line. Blue Dukes first down and goal.
Under 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. This will be the 7th play of the drive coming up for the Blue Dukes as they look to strike first here tonight. Working their way to the north end zone. Jackson movement on the defensive side of the Spartans. But we'll see if the Spartans were drawn off sides first. The officiating crew coming and talking it over. And it will go against the Spartans. So that's the first penalty against West Bend West. And that assists the Blue Dukes as if they didn't need any more assistance. They get half the distance to the goal. So now at the 3-yard line, set it up first and goal. Jackson at the line, one receiver far to the left side. Now man in motion, Jackson takes it, handoff coming up around, push it in, and end zone touchdown for the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. Michael Kaufman gets the touchdown from 3 yards out, and Whitefish Bay gets on the board.
Shannon, iPad working? Yes. It was for a few plays. I just switched it to all. It wasn't working. I only got like play 13 and 15.
And now the Blue Dukes will set up the extra point. Kaufman, who just scored, will kick the point. Lines are down. Here's the snap, the ball down, the kick by Kaufman through the uprights, and it's good. And the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes get the first score of the night. It is Whitefish Bay 7 and West Bend nothing. You're watching high school football with the West Bend West Spartans on West Bend Community TV. Welcome back to Carl Pick Stadium. The Bear Barry Hirsch with you. 3:09 to play here in the first quarter. And the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes go 30 yards in 7 plays. Michael Kaufman, the final 3 yards for the score. And it's 7-0. Spartans will now get the football back following that touchdown. Here's the approach to the football by Kaufman. It's a nice high end-over-end kick. Taken back at around the 5-yard line out to the 15, 20, 25. A little bit of a wall, 20, 30. And finally brought down across the 30 at about the 32-yard line. So a nice return off of the kickoff by Keegan Tennis for the Spartans. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. So now Landon Dodd and the Spartans down by a score at 7-0 will go to work. Split receivers, gun formation. Takes the snap. Handoff on the ground. It goes absolutely nowhere as the Blue Dukes are all over on top of it, meeting it. And it was Joe Bruner there to make the stop from Pritzel before Prinzel was able to get anything going. And it's a no-gainer for Prinzel, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Dot, gun formation again now on 2nd and 10. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Dot in the pocket, and he's going to go down. Coming in all the way, untouched, Israel Blunt for the sack for Whitefish Bay. So Blunt gets a sack of 8 yards. First sack by either team so far tonight. And now it sets up 3rd and 18 for the Spartans. So Dot back in the gun formation, takes the snap. Under pressure again, he's going to have to run with it, looking for something, and there is nothing. As he crosses the 20, basically back to the original line where it was at the 22.
Okay, they probably checked him out.
And the Spartans will have to go back and punt it again on a no-gainer. So it's another 4th down, and a third drive ends in a third consecutive punt for the West Bend West Spartans. So Dot will punt it from around his 10-yard line. And Whitefish Bay again looks to get very good field position after this kick. Snap, good one by Dot, handles it. He gets a nice high one. Fair catch called, and he fumbles the football. Chance for the Spartans to come up with it. And it rolls forward, and it is recovered out there by Byron Burrows. Oh, that could have been a huge break for the Spartans, but Burrows was right on top of it and saved the day for Whitefish Bay. So the Blue Dukes will be able to keep possession after that muffed return. And now the official coming over and talking to Mitch Draxler and giving him some sort of directions. And it looks like they might be re-kicking this one. No penalty flags came out, but evidently the ball will be re-kicked. So they're saying it was an inadvertent whistle, which stopped it. So Spartans will re-kick it again under Dot.
Because the guy, when he fumbled it, he whistled it when he fumbled it. So he had it right there, and the other official kept it going. There was a whistle. There was a penalty? No, that's Hey, you know what, too, Coach? Check this out. Looks like there was a penalty.
All right, Dot setting it up once again now inside his 10-yard line, inside the 5, actually. Snap, Dot handles it. Nice line drive. This is going to send him back a little ways, and he's able to feel that that is Patrick Muth. Muth inside the 50, 45, still on his feet, still running all the way. Here's Jackson, one man to break. Jackson down inside the 15-yard line, and Jackson finally brought down inside the 15 at about the 13-yard line. So in this case, the re-kick definitely favored Whitefish Bay as they roll it all the way down, and they're going to be in excellent field position at the 13-yard line. He had one guy to beat, and he wasn't able to quite beat him. And so the Blue Dukes will take it over, 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. 44 seconds remaining to play here in the opening quarter, and they lead the Spartans already by a score of 7-0. All right, Jackson under center now. Full house backfield, one receiver to the left, and they'll run it on the ground. That's Garcia. And Garcia pushes it down inside the 10, close to the 5-yard line.
We don't, but if they check it, we just have to stay check.
And they'll mark him actually down at the 9-yard line. As we come to 20 seconds remaining in the quarter, we'll see if the Blue Dukes are able to get a playoff before the quarter break. They will break the huddle with 13 seconds to play in the quarter. So here's Jackson now, setting things up. Final play of the quarter coming up here now, and nope, they're not going to get the playoff before the quarter ends. That'll be the end of the first quarter. So after one quarter here at Carl Pick Stadium in West Bend, it is Whitefish Bay 7 and West Bend West nothing. Back with the second quarter following this commercial break. You're watching high school football at the West Bend West Spartans on West Bend Community Television. Back here at Carl Pick Stadium in West Bend, the Barry Hirsch. Second quarter coming up now as the Blue Dukes will have it. 2nd down and 5 at the 8-yard line. A lot of time taken by Jackson. Now the handoff, the push forward, and the defensive wall of the Spartans pushes that wall backwards. So at that time, Garcia tried to push it through, but he was unable to get anything at all.
I just need to check something. Hey, coach.
So it'll be
But
3rd and 3 for Whitefish Bay. Blue Dukes are 1 of 3 so far on 3rd down conversions.
right on the 20, I kind of missed the back end. I have to kind of reach over.
Chance for the Spartan defense to make a big defensive stop here. Jackson under center, man in motion to left. Here's Jackson. Handoff on the ground, running it around is Garcia. Left side, end zone, touchdown. Drew Jackson for the 5-yard score and a quick scoring drive for the Blue Dukes.
Hey, so we got to grab the free safety on it. That's who needs to know. He needs to get the 3. And then we got to talk to Bordeaux real quick. I don't know where Bordeaux is. But is Jalen off right now? Get Jalen. Get Jalen and then get off right now.
And we'll have the extra point.
Right? This is the time to get him. Yeah, I see him.
Kaufman out of the hold of Jack Stecker. Lines are down.
He's the one that didn't line up.
Snap, ball down. Kicked by Kaufman through the uprights. It is good. And Whitefish Bay tacks on the extra point. And the score now is Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes 14 and the West Bend West Spartans nothing. Timeout on the field. This is high school football on West Bend Community TV. So the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes go very short yardage field-wise, only having to go 13 yards in 3 plays. And Drew Garcia covers the final 3 for the score with the extra point. It's now 14-0 in favor of the Blue Dukes. Long way to go in this one, though. We're just underway in the second quarter. 11-10 to go in the half. But now the Spartans going to have to dig themselves out of a hole. Here is Kaufman's approach to the ball. A nice high end over end kick. Goes to the sidelines, and it goes out of bounds. So that'll aid the Spartans a little bit before they can start this drive.
Near the 20-yard line, there's a flag on the play.
Spartans had the ball 3 times in the first quarter. All 3 times they went 3 and out. So on the out of bounds kick, again, that does aid in this point the Spartans, as they'll be able to start it back out at the 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. And the way the Spartan offense has looked so far tonight, every little bit helps, especially this one here. So at the 35, 1st and 10. Now trailing 14-0. Dot gun formation. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Gunn takes the shot, puts it over, and incomplete. Threw a bullet of a pass out there intended for his receiver out there, Aiden Cison, but Cison was unable to come up with the grass. He was pretty well covered. So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 35 for the Spartans.
He needs to not chase the flat. I'm sorry. Yeah, and get depth into his drop, and then we can come up on the flat. You know, because we need to get depth to cover those.
All right, Dot, gun formation, man coming around in motion, and Dot keeps it himself. Now the last pitch back by Dot coming to Cison. Cison tries breaking a tackle. He's unable to get that, and Cison is going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage for a couple of a yard loss. So that play took a while to develop, and then once it did get developed, Cison had basically nowhere to run and tried to keep it moving. It's going to be a loss on the play for the Spartans, and now it'll be 3rd and 12. 10:35 remaining second quarter. Spartans 0 of 3 on 3rd downs. Dot gun formation, back to pass under pressure. Just gets one off, and it's caught out there. Completes the pass. What a beautiful pass by Dot. Mason Walschlager comes up with a beautiful reception and picks up the 1st down for the Spartans. Huge play down there. Not only puts it down inside the 50. They're all the way down to the 37-yard line. Well, maybe that's the boost of momentum the Spartans are going to need here. Let's see. Dot gun formation again. This time puts it on the ground to Prinzel. Prinzel pushes his way to the 35-yard line for a gain of about 2. We do have a flag on the play, and we'll see if it's a holding penalty on the Spartans.
Okay, I got you. Well, I'm talking about even in the secondary.
Officials talking things over. That's the first down of the night on that play by West Bend West.
Secondary, I want to get Jaden back there. Let's just see what we get though.
And it's going to go against the Spartans. 5-yard penalty on the Spartans.
Let's go free. How's it fair? We gotta be able to play zero, guys. We can't break pressure.
Just to kind of give you an idea of kind of how sparse a crowd we have here on this Labor Day weekend before school's even in session. Without a field mic,
Not yet.
we could just about hear the official giving that call up here to the press box.
Why is Byron?
So a loss of 5 on the play. It's now 1st and 15. Back at the 42-yard line. Doc goes out of the gun formation. Split receivers. Oh, boy, almost lost the one there. Now Dot's going to try to make something of it. He throws one over the middle really quick and incomplete. Intended for Walschlager, and Walschlager had to really come back for that one. Dot, I don't know if the snap came too fast for him or too soon before he was ready for it, but he almost lost the ball on the snap.
All right, we gotta think screen draw.
Second down and 15.
Okay, because I just want to, we gotta move to
So now a 2nd down at the 42. Dot from the gun. One receiver. Dot going to go back to pass. Now keeps it himself at the 40, 35, 30, 25, and finally pushed out of bounds inside the 25-yard line at around the 22-yard line. But before Dot is pushed out of bounds, he picks up real estate, a lot of it, and gets another Spartan 1st down. So a 1st and 10 for West Bend West on that big run by Landon Dot. Puts it at the 22.
First down.
Now at the 22-yard line, Spartans showing to come to life here in the 2nd quarter. Dot, gun formation again, takes the snap. He's going to throw one down to the side. It's up and incomplete. Had his man led just the right movements there. That was Keegan Tennis.
Pass intended for Keegan Tennis.
And he was unable to come up with the catch.
Over Bortolotti defending for the Blue Dukes.
So it stops the clock with 9:16 to play here in the 2nd quarter.
Second down and 10.
2nd and 10.
22.
Whitefish Bay leading West Bend West 14-0. Dot from the gun, takes the snap, throws a short side pass, and that one's a little bit too short. And Kennedy again for Tennis.
Is incomplete.
And Tennis was not able to come up with that shorter pass to him. And now it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Spartans. And it looks like we'll get our first timeout on the field by the West Bend West Spartans. Timeout on the field, 9:13 to play till halftime. It is Whitefish Bay 14 and the West Bend West Spartans nothing. This is high school football on West Bend Community Television. Back here at Carl Pick Stadium, 9:13 to play in the half, 14-0 Whitefish Bay leading West Bend West. Spartans now with a 3rd and 10 at the 22-yard line. Dot, gun formation, takes the snap, looking one over towards the side, it's caught, it's in the end zone, touchdown, West Bend West. A beautiful pass over the center to Keegan Tennis, and Tennis gets the score, and the Spartans are on the scoreboard. Beautiful pass from Dot to Tennis for the score. Now a point after attempt coming here from the Spartans. Dot will kick it, and it's partially blocked. No good.
I'm trying to look.
But the Spartans are on the scoreboard. Your new score is now Whitefish Bay 14 and the West Bend West Spartans 6. There's a timeout on the field with 9:08 to play in the first half. It is now Whitefish Bay 14 and West Bend West 6. This is high school football on West Bend Community TV. Welcome back to Carl Pick Stadium. 9:08 to play in the half. Spartans on the board, 14-6 after the missed extra point, but Dot to tennis for the score. Caps off an 8-play, 65-yard drive for West Bend West. And now Landon Dot will put it back in play. Nice kick by Dot. Taking in the back out there, that is Dryden, and Dryden going to try to get some running correction. That's Kaufman. Kaufman across the 30 and brought down at about the 33-yard line. And that is where the Blue Dukes will take over 1st and 10. Still in the lead, however, by 8 points at 14-6. And a player down on the field, unfortunately, for West Bend West. So Caleb Castello was able to walk off under his own and get back to the sideline. And Whitefish Bay will go back to work, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Just under 9 minutes to play in the half, 8:58. Jaden Jackson back, looking things over now, under center. Takes a man in motion, handoff, fumble, and Jackson has to roll back and get the ball. Well, a big miscommunication there between Jackson and his running back, Michael Kaufman. Kaufman started running without the football and had to look back for it, and luckily Jaden Jackson was there to drop on it, or it could have been a West Bend West fumble recovery. Instead, Whitefish Bay keeps possession at the 25-yard line. So it's 2nd down and 18 as the Spartan defense tries to maybe force a 3-and-out here. Jackson gonna look for it, now pass on across and dropped on the sideline. It is incomplete. That was intended for Michael Kaufman, and it was in and out of the grasp of Kaufman. And now the Spartans have a big 3rd down in front of them defensively. It's 3rd and 18. Blue Dukes are just 1 of 3 so far in this game on their 3rd down conversions. So Sparty looking for a stop here on defense. Jackson goes to the gun formation, takes the snap, rolls over, pumps one, throws a bomb down the sidelines and way out of the grass by at least a couple of yards. Intended for Jack Stecker, and it's incomplete out of Stecker's grasp. And that's going to force a punt situation here for the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. So after Whitefish Bay scores on 2 straight drives, the Spartan defense stops them here on 3 plays and forces a punt. Standing back at about the 35. Here's the snap, and a high punt, gonna bounce and take a little bit of a roll now, make its way back, and it'll be down at about the 45-yard line by Caleb Bowers for the Blue Dukes, and that's going to be a good starting field position for Whitefish Bay West Spartans. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 45-yard line. 7:55 remaining here in the first half. And now the Spartans with a chance to draw even closer. And we'll see how big that missed extra point in the last drive proves later. Here's Dot rolling over. Got time. Penalty flags. Dot throws. short of his intended receiver, incomplete. Find out what the penalty flag is on. Probably going to go against the Spartans.
That's going to be something that gets addressed at half. That's irritating the shit out of me.
As it looks like the Spartans have already backed off. It's a 10-yard penalty, handled holding.
I mean, he got held, but we got to work.
Third penalty of the night against West Bend West.
But I mean, they're all just taking.
And so now it'll be second down and 20 for the Spartans. Now put it back at the 30-yard line. Dot goes gun formation, split receivers, 2 left, 2 right. And here's the handoff coming around to Keegan Tennis. And Tennis, nothing there at all as the Blue Dukes defense there to stop him. And now it'll be second down, a loss of 1 on that play. Dot back to the gun formation, trips to the right. Dot looking that way, now rolling that way and directing a pass down that way and incomplete. Wanted Keegan Tennis down the near sideline by the Spartan bench, but Keegan unable to come near the pass. And another incompleted one for Landon Dot, and now unofficially Dot is just 1 of 8 passing here in the first half. And now it's 3rd and long for West Bend West. And the Spartans so far 1 of 4 on 3rd down conversions. Dot gun formation. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Dot keeps it himself, now pitches it back. And not going to go anywhere. Mitch Draxler tried calling a little bit of a razzle-dazzle play there for the Spartans. Tennis was the eventual final ball carrier, but it didn't even come close to getting the necessary yardage that the Spartans needed.
Yeah, we had Aaron in there, right?
And it's going to be 4th and long for the Spartans, and they'll have to punt it right back over to Whitefish Bay. There's a snap, and almost Dot got it, but fair catch, advanced a little bit out there, but not a lot by Jaden Jackson. And that'll stop us with 6 minutes and 24 seconds to play here in the first half. And Whitefish Bay goes back at it, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line, leading 14-6. Back-to-back scoring drives by the Blue Dukes. Spartans came back and answered on a drive of their own, but missed the extra point. Whitefish Bay went 3 and out on their last drive. Let's see what happens here now. Jaden Jackson sets up under center. Now goes back in a gun. Handoff goes around to the other side to Garcia. And Garcia just gets it back to the line. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Whitefish Bay. And they actually say a loss of a yard, so 2nd and 11. Jackson, gun formation, receiver split, 1 left, 1 right, fake the handoff. Jackson takes it himself across the 45, 50, inside Spartan territory, down the sideline, and finally pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. But that will be enough for a 1st down for the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. Nice run down the sideline. Jaden Jackson calls his own number and picks it up.
They call it to the trips, not the field.
Blue Dukes now first and 10 from the Spartan 41-yard line.
So call it to the trips.
Whitefish Bay working with all 3 timeouts also now besides the football.
Yeah, you got to come over to 0.
Jackson from the gun, and Jackson keeps it himself again. Big hole again for Jackson, 35, 30, 20, and brought down finally inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line, but they'll say that he did finally put his foot down, however, at the 20-yard line. But another big run by Jaden Jackson for Whitefish Bay. It's another first down for the Blue Dukes. But that one's coming back as it is holding on the Blue Dukes. Wipes out a nice run there by Jaden Jackson. And a big sigh of relief by the Spartans on that one to stop momentum somewhat momentarily.
So he should.
Third penalty of the night on the Blue Dukes.
Oh, coach. Jake.
And it'll be first down and 20 now for Whitefish Bay. Back inside the 50 now, back to the 48-yard line.
We're on the same page. We're saying it.
And Jackson rolling, and penalty flags. Might be a little bit of a movement on the offensive line by Whitefish Bay. That is exactly what it is on the Blue Dukes.
It was that tight.
Ball start offense.
Then they just need to play it kind of at levels. Yeah, it's something I'm talking about.
So another penalty on Whitefish Bay.
3-yard line, first down and
That's their 4th penalty. And now first and 25 for the Blue Dukes. 5:10 to play till halftime. Whitefish Bay leads 14-6.
Linebackers go flying when he drops back on stuff.
Jackson, gun formation. Keeps it himself. Another big hole. 50, 45. Down to the 30. And inside to the 26-yard line. And another big first down by Jaden Jackson for Whitefish Bay. Kind of makes up for the one that he just missed momentarily ago on the holding.
Yeah, in that check, he's never in coverage. He's never in coverage.
And they'll make him down at the 27-yard line. First and 10.
first down. Blue Dukes at the 27-yard line.
Also by getting out of bounds, it saves the clock time and saves the Blue Dukes from having to pause a timeout. Now Jackson in the gun. Split receivers, one left, one right. On the ground this time, left side going to Garcia. Nothing there for Garcia as the Spartan defense holds their ground and holds him there that time. Coming up to make the stop was Curtis Holbrook for the Spartans. So second and 11 for Whitefish Bay. Second and 12. And here is Jackson again. Takes his number, takes it down to the 20, and tries advancing the ball forward. They'll mark him inside the 20 to 19-yard line. It's going to be third down for Whitefish Bay. Blue Dukes are 1 of 4 on third down conversions so far tonight. Jackson sets up under center on a 3rd and 2. And here's the run. First down by Drew Garcia as Garcia gets it down close to the 10-yard line. First down for the Blue Dukes. They mark them at the 12. First and 10. So the Blue Dukes, if they are not able to push it all the way in for the score, could get a first and goal at the 2. Jackson under center. And puts it on the ground. Garcia cracks it in, and Garcia, 12 yards, and a Whitefish Bay touchdown. Second score of the night by Drew Garcia.
The ball carrier, 12-yard touchdown run for the Blue Dukes.
So Garcia in the end zone for the second time tonight. And Whitefish Bay extends the lead out to 20-6, pending the extra point. Kaufman will go from the hold from Stecker. Lines are down. Here's the snap, ball down, kick through the uprights, and it is good. And the Blue Dukes tack on the score. And the new score now reads Whitefish Bay 21 and the West Bend West Spartans 6. There's a timeout on the field. You're watching high school football on West Bend Community TV. Back here at Carl Pick Stadium in West Bend, I'm the Bear, Barry Hirsch. 2:55 to play till halftime. Whitefish Bay now has extended the lead out to 21-6. A 7-play, 59-yard drive, capped off by the 12-yard touchdown run from Drew Garcia, his second score of the night. So now the Spartans find themselves down by 2 scores again, as they were earlier when they were down 14-0. Here's the approach to the football, and a kick taken at a 10. Advance it to the 20. And draw it down past the 20, shy of the 25-yard line is Tennis.
Jake, that backside guard can get
And it'll be 1st and 10 for West Bend West.
Ask Coach, is he thin or is Aaron?
They'll mark him at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 24. Now trailing 21-6. 2 timeouts for West Bend West. Whitefish Bay has all 3 of their timeouts. Dot, gun formation. Takes the snap, throws one over, and incomplete. Tried finding Jake Prinzel over there, and it was incomplete. Correction, Mason Walschlager. So the passing woes continue here for Dodd in the first half. Now unofficially 1 of 9 passing. 2nd and 10 at the 24.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, I called it really early too.
Dot from the gun, split receivers, 2 left, 2 right, back in the pocket. Dot looking, throwing it over, caught across the 40 at about the 42-yard line. And that is a good enough for a first down to Keegan Tennis. And a nice completed pass. Out to the 41-yard line are the Spartans. Dot back in the gun, looking. Now throwing one over the second, incomplete. Try coming across was Keegan Tennis. And Tennis could not come up with the pass for the reception. Clock stopped now with 2:12 remaining till halftime. And at the 41, it'll be 2nd and 10. Dot gun formation and tries it himself, and he's going down. Dot back down at the 35-yard line. That'll be a loss of 6. Second sack of the night for the Blue Duke defense. And Mitch Draxler is going to have to take another timeout. So the second timeout taken by Whitefish Bays against West Bend West. Stops it with 2:06 to play in the half. And Whitefish Bay leading 21-6. This is high school football with the West Bend West Spartans on West Bend Community Television. Welcome back to Carl Pick Stadium. 2:06 remaining in the first half. We have a correction, and it was the Blue Dukes that took that timeout. So now both teams have used 1 timeout. Both teams will have 2 timeouts remaining here in the final 2:06. 3rd and 14 now for the Spartans. Dot, gun formation, takes the snap in the pocket, looking. He's going to air one out, and Tennis trying to come back and get it. He makes the catch. Tennis had to come back for the football. Good judgment there by Tennis on that one, and Tennis makes the catch for the first down.
Michael Hoffman in coverage for the Blue Dukes.
And a big first down pickup there. Credit Keegan Tennis for coming back to the football to try to catch that. And it's 1st and 10 now at the 29-yard line. Minute 45 remaining till halftime. And I'm sure Mitch Draxler and the team would love nothing better than to punch one in here before the break. Dot, gun formation, takes the snap in the pocket, throwing it over and incomplete, and incidental contact is probably going to be nothing called there. Boy, that was close. But Walschlager was unable to come up with it. He was bumped in the middle there. But no penalty flags come down.
Now inside the 30 at the 29.
So 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line. 2 timeouts left for West. Trailing 21-6. And does Draxler elect to take one here? He will, yes. So Mitch Draxler takes a timeout with 1:30 remaining in the half, trailing 21-6. And you're watching high school football on West Bend Community Television. We're back at Carl Pick Stadium with 1:30 remaining in the first half. A 21-6 lead for Whitefish Bay over the West Bend West Spartans. Spartans now will come back with a 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line. 1 timeout remaining. This will be the 5th play of the drive. Dot from the gun formation. Tennis in motion. Dot puts it back, gets it to Tennis. And Tennis is stopped in the backfield for a loss at the 35-yard line. So again, the Spartans tried a little bit of a trickery play, and for the second time tonight, credit the Blue Dukes defense as they stop them on a play. And now it brings up 3rd and 16 for the Spartans. As we approach 1 minute to play here till halftime. Dot back in the gun formation. Takes it back, looking, now airing one down the far right sideline, and it is incomplete, but penalty flags coming all over the lawn, and that is going to be pass interference against Whitefish Bay, and that's going to give a big gain there, courtesy of the penalty, coming up now for the West Bend West Spartans. Dot aired that one way down the sideline, a good pass. And the Blue Duke defender is just a little bit too aggressive. So now it'll be 3rd. Here is West Bend West. Dot at the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes it. Dot trying to option it himself. And he's dropped in the backfield for a loss.
Taken down behind the line. Nick Short on the stop for the Blue Dukes.
And now it's going to be 4th down. For the Spartans, 4th and about 4.
4th down and 4.
Dot breaks the huddle with 15 seconds to play. In the pack, looking, now Dot takes it himself, now steps on over and almost intercepted, incomplete. And that stops the clock with 6 seconds.
Hoffman in coverage for the Blue Dukes.
So the Spartans turn it over on downs. And Whitefish Bay will take it over with 6 seconds, but before they can do that, West Bend West will take their final timeout of the first half. 6 seconds to play in the half, and a 21-6 deficit for the Spartans. Back here at Carl Pick Stadium, 1st and 10 at the 23, so you would think the Blue Dukes will just take a knee and take this into the locker room with a 21-6 lead. We'll see here in a moment, though, as Jaden Jackson sets up in the gun formation. Sets it up, takes the snap, and he'll run it himself. Breaks a tackle, trying to get some running room. He's still on his feet at the 30 and brought down back at about the 28-yard line, and that will be the end of the first half. So your score here at halftime in this North Shore Conference matchup is the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes 21 and the West Bend West Spartans 6. We're at halftime here on West Bend Community Television. And welcome back here to Carl Pick Stadium in West Bend as we get set for the second half of our North Shore Conference Game of the Week, the Spartans and the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. Whitefish Bay leading 21-6. Blue Dukes got 3 scores in that first half, back-to-back scoring drives in the quarters by Michael Kaufman from 3 yards and Drew Garcia of 3 yards. And then Garcia had another run of 12 yards. The Spartans' only score tonight was a Landon Dot to Keegan Tennis touchdown pass, the extra point. So it's 21-6 as we get set for the second half. Here we go. Whitefish Bay will get it on the opening kick to start at the 10, and he puts his knee down on the turf. Well, a little bit of a mental mishap there by Taylor Ramshire, as Ramshire kind of put his knee to the turf, and the back judge was there to call it right away. And so Whitefish Bay going to start a little bit in a hole here for the third quarter. It'll be first down and 10 at the 7-yard line for the Blue Dukes.
First down and 10 from the 7.
Blue Dukes scoring on 3 of their 6 first half possessions. Their last possession really can't count as a full possession. It was one play and done to end the half. So here we go, second half. Jaden Jackson takes the snap from center on the first down play. It's going to be a handoff, trying to get some running room, and not a lot of running room at all there for Kaufman, as he's brought down and stopped without getting a lot of running room there. Curtis Holbrook will come in with the stop on that one. So they call it a no gain, and it'll be second down and 10 at the 7-yard line. Just underway here in the second half. Jackson takes things up, full backfield, one receiver to the left. Now man in motion. Jackson takes the snap from center and takes it back himself, coming around, breaks a tackle, and he's got one guy to beat coming down the sideline. He might go all the way, 40, 35, 30, 25, and finally wrestled down out of bounds near the 20-yard line. But a huge, and I mean huge with a capital H run by Jaden Jackson of Whitefish Bay. Brings the ball down all the way to the 21-yard line. First and 10. Well, if you were with us in the first half of the broadcast, you saw Jaden Jackson get a couple of good runs off in that first half. Now at the 21, first and 10. Jackson snap, handoff coming over to Garcia. And Garcia hits the wall of Spartan defenders right at the 20-yard line. Give him maybe a yard.
Garcia, the ball carrier. Pringle and Navarro combined with stop.
So it'll be second down.
Gain of 2 yards.
And a gain of about 8. West Bend East Suns are playing a road game here in week number 2 of the season. And they were losing in their week 2 road game. Now second and 8 at the 19-yard line. Jackson takes the snap, back, throws one down the left side. Incomplete, just short of his intended receiver down there. That was for Jack Stecker, and Stecker had to make a sliding attempt for it. And now it's third and 8.
Brings up third down and 8.
In week 2 of the season right now, Grafton leads West Bend East 12-7 at the half. And next week, our broadcast resumes with West Bend East in week 3. It'll be Slinger right here in West Bend against West Bend East. Now a 3rd and 8 at the 19-yard line. Jackson out of the gun formation and pumps it around, trying to get something going, and nothing there. As he is stopped and dropped in his tracks by Quinton Hansen for the West Bend West Spartans. And now it brings up 4th and 6 for Whitefish Bay. Blue Dukes went for it once so far tonight on a 4th down, and they made it. And now encouragement coming from the Spartan sidelines to stop this 4th down attempt. Here we go, 4th and 6. Jackson under center. Furnish coming back around. Jackson, handoff, now fake the pass. It's caught over on the side. It's good for a 1st down and dropped out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So for the 2nd time tonight, Whitefish Bay gets a 4th down conversion into a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10, 1st and goal at the 5.
He's too tight. He's too tight.
Jackson sets up, 1st and goal at the 5. And here's the play. It's going to be a running play coming around the side. Is Kaufman getting the outside of the end zone? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. Michael Kaufman with the 5-yard touchdown. Second touchdown of the night for Kaufman. And now Kaufman will try to aid his cause and tack on the extra point. It's now 27-6. Lines are down. Waiting for the snap. Stecker gets it down. Here's the kick through the uprights. It's good. And Whitefish Bay will add it on. Your new score now reads is the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes 28 and the West Bend West Spartans 6. 8:40 to play here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching West Bend West football on West Bend Community TV. And welcome back to Carl Pick Stadium here in West Bend. I'm the Bear Barry Hirsch. Whitefish Bay takes the 2nd half kickoff. Started a little bit of a disaster for the Blue Dukes as they had to go back to the 7-yard line, but they went to town on a huge running play by Jaden Jackson, and they go 93 yards in just 7 plays. Michael Kaufman goes the final 5 for the score, and it's now 28-6 in favor of the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. And West Bend West will get the ball back now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Line drive kick, taken at the 10, advance to the 20, 25, 30, wall to go, 35, 40. And tackled there, Keegan Tennis, a burst of speed through the wall, and he puts it all the way out to the 40-yard line. Good return by Keegan Tennis for the Spartans. So 1st and 10 at the 40 for West Bend West. Now trailing 28-6. An early 2nd quarter touchdown by the Spartans cut the gap to 14-6, but Whitefish Bay now has scored several times in a row. All right, 1st down play, and it's a little bit of a mix-up, trying to make something of it, getting it back to the line originally, and then stopped in the tracks by the Blue Duke defense. So Dot did everything he could to get something, and they'll actually credit Dot with about a 2-yard gain. And it'll be 2nd down, and we'll say 8.
Jake, have one of them tell Jordan to widen out.
8 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Whitefish Bay with the touchdown, now leading 28-6. Dot, gun formation. Now the handoff coming through. Breaks one across the 45 and out of bounds on the far sideline for a gain of about 4. So it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Have his stuff ready. Okay, take coach 3.
Spartans just a meager 2 of 7 on 3rd down conversion so far tonight. Dot, gun formation, back to pass in the pocket, throws it over. Keegan Tennis has it for the 1st down at the 40.
Pass is complete to Keegan Tennis. Burrows on the stop.
And the Spartans pick up a 1st down. Their 6th first down of the night. And now 1st and 10 at the 40. Dot from the gun, and this time handoff, keeper on the ground for maybe a yard. Julio Navarro carried. That was the first time tonight we've called Navarro's number. And they'll say Navarro didn't get any gain on that one. So 2nd and 10. Snap to Dot in the gun. Back, pass over the middle. Caught and dropped. Incompleted pass that time by Dot, as Walschlager couldn't keep the handle on it. And Dot now unofficially 5 of 16 passing. It's 3rd and 10 for the Spartans at the 40-yard line. Clock stop with 6:24 to play here in quarter 3. 28-6, Whitefish Bay leads. Dot takes the snap in the gun. Now under pressure, Dot running away for his life, rolling, throwing one down the side. Caught, complete, and it should be a 1st down for the Spartans.
Pass is complete to Mason Walschlager. Short on the tackle.
So another 1st down for the Spartans. Keeps it rolling positively.
Walschlager catches a Spartan 1st down.
Now 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Spartans now 1st and 10. 26.
Trying to get back into this one on a scoring drive possibility here. Trips to the left. Dot takes it. Pump fake once. Now rolling and running for his life is Dot. Heading for the sideline and throws it away. Dot was running for his life on that one, and good pressure by the defenders for Whitefish Bay, and Dot had to throw it away. So now 2nd and 10. Dot now unofficially 6 of 18 passing tonight. 1 touchdown pass. Pass again out of the gun, and incomplete. And just out of the grasp of Byron Burrows. If Burrows would have been turning the other way, Burrows might have had himself an interception on that play. So now 3rd and 10 for the Spartans. Dot momentarily came to the sideline, got the play from Mitch Draxler, now back out directing traffic. And a whistle, and are we going to get a timeout to save time? Yes, we will. Spartans take their first timeout here in the second half. 5:46 remaining, 3rd quarter. Whitefish Bay 28, West Bend West 6. This is high school football on West Bend Community TV. Back here at Carl Pick Stadium, 5:46 remaining, 3rd quarter. Here is Dot, back to throw. Receiver falls down on his own and is unable to come up with the catch. And now it'll be 4th down for West Bend West.
If we get a trip, you hear me? And if we get a trip,
And the Spartans are going to go for it.
hammer off.
Spartans are 0 of 1 on 4th down conversions. Dot back to pass, throwing one down over the side, tripped up and incomplete. Nice defensive move down there by the defender for Whitefish Bay. Grover Bartolotti is able to come up with the deflection, and that will turn the ball over on downs. So a 10-play drive for the Spartans results in no score. They eat up time on the clock. And now the Blue Dukes come back with it 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Leading 28-6. Jackson sets up in the gun. Takes the snap. And handoff. Big coming around off the line. Nice big run there coming up by Drew Garcia. And Garcia pushes it across the 35. And that'll be a 1st down for Whitefish Bay.
Make sure he sells it.
Aiming it just shy of a 1st down. 2nd and 1 at the 35.
Yeah, split him out.
Jackson again back to the gun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and he'll keep it himself. Now maybe trying to break some room. Breaks one, tries to push the ball forward with his grasp. But he's not going to be shy, I believe. But the official said he reached enough and had it for a 1st down. So that's now 9 1st downs tonight for Whitefish Bay. Now 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Split receivers, one left, one right for Jaden Jackson. And here's Jackson with the handoff. Pounds it up to the 40. And Garcia stopped right there at the 40 after about a 3-yard gain. So 2nd down and 7. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Jackson gun formation, takes the snap, rolls to his left, gonna pass, air one down the far sideline and incomplete. Jackson threw a nice bullet spiral pass down there for Jack Stecker, but it was out of the grasp of Stecker. And now it sets up a 3rd down and 7 for Whitefish Bay. Receivers split, one left, one right. Jackson from the gun formation. Takes the snap, and Jackson keeps his own number. Tries dinking and dunking his way, he gets nowhere. He is stopped just shy of the 40 at about the 39-yard line. Keegan Ty with the big stop that time for the Spartans, and that's going to force Whitefish Bay to punt the football. So Whitefish Bay will be forced to punt it back to West Bend West. So for now, the Spartan defense puts up a stop. Donovan to punt it from about his 26-yard line. Snap and gets a nice big boot into it. Taken at the 25, breaks a tackle 30, walk of the way 35, and across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Keegan Tennis on the return. And Keegan Tennis having a good night, both offensively and special teams-wise for the Spartans. So West Bend West takes back over for their second possession. And they'll start pretty similar field position to last time at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. 2:50 to go, third quarter. And the Spartans trail 28-6. And Whitefish Bay, something a little bit not right there and not having enough men on the field. And they're going to have to burn their first time out here in the second half. So 2:50 to play here in the third quarter. It remains 28-6. Whitefish Bay leading West Bend West. You're watching high school football on West Bend Community TV. Welcome back to Carl Pick Stadium. The Bear Barry Hirsch with you here. 2:50 to play, third quarter. 28-6, Whitefish Bay leading West Bend West. Meanwhile, on the road on this Friday night, August the 30th, West Bend East, they trail Grafton late third quarter, 19-14. And our Week 3 broadcast next week comes back here to West Bend with West Bend East, as they will have their next-door neighbors, the Slinger Owls, here to play them. Last call there was Aiden Season for the carry. Picked up a little bit of yards. Not even a gain of a yard, and it's going to be 2nd down and 11. And now whistles and stoppage of play. Must be an equipment technical issue there for Joe Bacon, as Bacon will have to come off. Whitefish Bay looking to go 2-0 on the young season after a big win last week in Week 1 against Nicolay, while the Spartans looking to improve to 1-1 on the season. Here's a breakaway on a hand and coming back at the 40, still on his feet, fighting some more, and finally brought down, but pushing it forward to about the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. So a great effort there by quarterback Landon Dott. And it sets up 3rd down and about 4 for the Spartans.
3rd down and 3.
Clock continues to roll now, coming up on the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 3. Blue Dukes have scored one more score here in this quarter to go up 28-6. They led 21-6 at the break. Now Dodd takes the snap, and here's the handoff up to the 50. 1st down inside the 50 to the 49-yard line. Nice run and play there for the 1st down.
Landon Dodd across midfield at the 49 and a Spartan 1st down.
So 1st and 10 inside the 50 at the 49-yard line. Dot, gun formation, takes the snap. Handoff coming across, Prinzel. And Prinzel stopped in the W section of the WB at about the 47-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Spartans. Minute 8 to play here in the quarter. So with just over 13 minutes remaining in this football game, the Spartans have a hole to try to dig themselves out of. Dot, gun formation. Trips to the right. Here's the pass, went up, and it's incomplete. Overthrowing is what could have been his intended receiver is Keegan Tennis. Not sure if Tennis stopped his route too soon or what, but it was incomplete. And now it'll be 3rd and 8. 42 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Dot out of the gun, trips to the right once again on this 3rd down. Now Prinzel coming in motion, Dot tries getting it, and penalty flags.
So
flagged on the play.
And this might be a motion penalty against West Bend West.
I don't want him trailing the cross.
False start.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. It's only the 4th penalty of the night. I alluded to it in the first half. Not one of your bigger crowds here tonight. As a matter of fact, you could put everybody that came here from Whitefish Bay tonight, put them here on the West Bend West side, and you'd still have plenty of room. And because of that, we can almost hear the official verbatim when he's calling the penalties up here to the box. So now 3rd and 13 at the 48. Dot out of the gun. Now comes through. Now passes one over. Caught and incomplete. Had it momentarily, but unable to wrap it up and bring it in totally was Jake Prinzel. And it's incomplete to Prinzel.
And Burrows in coverage for the Blue Dukes.
And so it'll bring up 4th down, and the Spartans will punt.
One formation for the Spartans.
With 11 seconds to play here in the quarter. Oh boy, high snap. Able to get off, kind of a wobbly punt. Bounces at the 30, takes a favorable bounce up to the 35 for Whitefish Bay. And that's where the Blue Dukes will get it. With 3 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Blue Dukes will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
It was 21-6 at the half. And then Michael Kaufman scores a 5-yard touchdown earlier in this quarter to put it out to 28-6.
Get to his keys, engaging the center. Taking the first initial step is good, but then he's veering back into the center.
And now the officials are finished with their meeting, and we'll put the ball in play at the 35-yard line for what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
And then he's swimming, coach. He's standing up and swimming.
Here's Jackson, straight under center, takes the snap. And here's the handoff coming, working around. It's Kaufman, breaks a tackle, cuts it back around the other side. And Kaufman goes across the 40, out to about the 42-yard line for a gain of about 6. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. So 3 quarters are the books here on this Friday night game of the week in the North Shore Conference. And your score after 3 quarters is West Bend West trailing the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes 28-6. 4th quarter coming up next here on West Bend Community Television. Stadium, 4th quarter getting start now, 28-6. Whitefish Bay has the football out of the gun formation. Here is Jackson going to keep it himself, and Jackson going to run it himself and get it all the way across inside to Spartan territory down to about the 44-yard line, and that will be a 1st down for Whitefish Bay. 10 1st downs now for the Blue Dukes tonight as we open up play here in the 4th quarter.
1st and 10 inside the 45 at the 44 of the Spartans.
Now Jackson at the line on 1st and 10. Has the snap, hand the ball off. Getting it down to about the 40, inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line goes Drew Garcia. And credit Garcia for a gain there of about 6. And it will now be 2nd down and 5. Shotgun formation for Jackson. And here's the handoff coming through. Big hole, 25-20. And finally dragged down at the 20-yard line, Garcia, or he would have been gone if not for Spencer Hyatt's tackle there. But it's another 1st down for the Blue Dukes. So 1st and 10 for Whitefish Bay at the 22-yard line, in control at 28-6. Another score here would all but put this one away and give them their victory to make them 2-0 on the season. Now Jackson with the gun out in center. Takes the snap. Fakes it. Now rolling. Throwing right. Corner of the end zone. Caught inside. Touchdown, Whitefish Bay. On the 22-yard line.
Stecker on the touchdown reception.
And it's now 34-6 in favor of the Blue Dukes.
Hold on, one second. What's it?
And we await the extra point. Getting ready to set it up.
Stecker to hold. Hoffman to attempt the extra point.
Lines are down. Here's the snap. Ball kicked through the uprights, and it is good. And the Blue Dukes will extend the lead. It's now Whitefish Bay 35 and West Bend West 6. Timeout on the field. You're watching high school football with West Bend Community TV. Welcome back to Carl Pick Stadium, where Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes go 6 plays in 65 yards in the score, and they now extend it out to a 35-6 lead. And the Blue Dukes are about to see their record improve to 2-0 on the season, while the Spartans are at this point looking to drop to 2-0 on the season. And the kickoff return coming back at the 20-25, crosses the 30, still on his feet, piled up now, and pushes him forward across the 35 to maybe the 36-yard line. So the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes used a lot of clock possession in that third quarter and here into the early fourth quarter. Spartans only had the ball for 2 possessions in that third quarter. And now it'll be 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. .9:55 remaining in the game. Dot, gun formation, takes the snap. Looking over, throwing one, and it is intercepted. Pass was intercepted by Whitefish Bay. That is Nick Johns coming up with the pickoff for the Blue Dukes. And that is the first time tonight that we've had a turnover by either team, and this one is an interception.
Yes. Please. Something with some air under it.
And Whitefish Bay will go right back to work. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 44. Jackson straight under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff in the pocket. He's going to air one out wide open in the middle. Inside the end zone for a touchdown. Toe of the way in. Jack Stecker. A pass completed for the score of a 44-yard pass.
It's like cold chills on my heart.
And that one is a lightning strikes fast play from Jackson to Stecker for the score. And now it's 41-6.
Jake, yell at
Stecker to hold.
Jake.
No, he beat him on the cuts. He made a nice cut. He gave a good head and shoulders.
Lines are down for the extra point. Here's the kick. It's up. It's good. And Whitefish Bay comes right back off of the interception and takes it and gets one play for the score. And it's now Whitefish Bay 42, West Bend West 6. You're watching high school football on West Bend Community TV.
Yell at him for
We're back at Carl Pick Stadium here in West Bend, where the Blue Dukes take advantage of an interception and do one play, 44-yard touchdown pass to Jack Stecker, and it's now 42-6. And there is the kickoff. Takes a bounce, taken back at the 10-yard line to the 15, breaks one and not able to get it much further than that as he's upended.
Ball longer on the return. Nick Lewis on the
So the Spartans down now 42-6. And we are now in the WIAA running clock rule,
No.
as it is a 36-point differential, and we're in the fourth quarter.
Hey, did I not tell you to do that?
Dodd coming out. 1st and 10 at the 17. So the Spartans are going to drop to 0-2 on the season. Whitefish Bay, meanwhile, will improve to 2-0 on the season. Dodd, handoff on the first down play. Nice break of tackle there. He's got some running about across the 35 and hurled across, down and across the 40. And the Spartan coaches have every reason to be all over those officials, as that was a collar grab by the collar. And the Spartan coaches have every reason to be upset over that one. And the official letting that one go. And the sparse crowd of Spartan fans that are here tonight were letting their reactions known on it too. Dodd on the next play, hand off. And not much happening there on that carry.
Navarro, the ball carrier.
Gain of about 3.
Out by Holberg.
2nd down and about 8.
2nd down and 8.
Ball's at the 44-yard line. 7:34 and running. And the clock will continue to run for the remainder of this football game with the point differential. Handoff, and Dot takes it back, pushes it across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd down.
Jamerson and Bowers on the tackle.
3rd and about 7 for the Spartans. And the Spartans tonight, 5 of 12 on 3rd down conversions. Dot goes back to the gun. Split receivers, 1 left, 1 right. Man in motion comes. Dot on the keeper, directs traffic. Dot tries to push it forward. And forward progress should get Dot to about the 50, but he's going to be shy of the 1st down.
Got the ball carrier. Reed Jamerson on the tackle.
Sets up a 4th down and a long 3.
3.
Mitch Draxler will elect to punt away the football.
Stand back and wait.
Game, unfortunately, at this point, well decided, so no sense gambling anything here. And there's the punt. Bounces at around the 20, and that's where the Spartans will down it at the 20-yard line.
Ball is down by Chris Holbrook.
So 1st and 10 at the 20 for Whitefish Bay. 5:40 and running yet here in the football game.
Blue Dukes take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Week 3 of the high school football season here on West Bend Community TV. We'll have West Bend East here at home taking on Slinger. Meanwhile, the Spartans in Week 3 will travel over to Hartford. And the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes, with their 2-0 record in week number 3, will be at home in a matchup against the Bulldogs of Cedarburg. Under 5 minutes remaining now in the game. Here's the handoff, and it crosses to near the 25-yard line and stopped there. And it will be second down.
Brought down by Aiden Ramstad. Gain of 4 yards brings up second down and 6.
So unfortunately, the struggles continue here in the early part of this year for Mitch Draxler, much like they have last year for him and his West Bend West Spartans. Jackson, handoff on the line, and he is going to the races. And he's finally brought down at the 40-yard line. Dominic Bortoloni. And that one took off like a bullet shot out of a gun for Bartoloni. And he's at the 40 for a first down.
First down, Blue Dukes at the 40 of Spartans.
13 first downs on the night for the Blue Dukes. Now Jackson at the line. One receiver to the left. And handoff going around the other side. This is going to be Nick Lewis. And Nick Lewis has got some running room to the 20. And Nick Lewis down inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line. So at this point, with the backups that are in running here for Whitefish Bay, and the backups are starting to do some big damage here. 2 big runs by backup running backs for Whitefish Bay, and now it's 1st and 10 down at the 16-yard line. And West Bend West will take a timeout, and that will stop the clock. Spartans will have one more timeout remaining when play resumes. It's 42-6, Whitefish Bay leading West Bend West. This is high school football on West Bend Community TV. Back here in West Bend, here is the play coming up now. And the handoff coming around, second back coming through, trying to get some running room. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. But that one might be coming back as there is a penalty flag. Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes are called for the penalty. But the clock does not stop on a penalty under WIAA rules at this point. So all it did was cost them a few dimes. It's the 5th penalty of the night for Whitefish Bay. Five penalties for 35 yards, but they've more than made up for it offensively on other plays. We now go under 2 minutes to play here. Jackson at the center underneath. Takes it. Handoff comes to Nate Burrows. Burrows down to the 10. And penalty flags fly as Burrows is tackled inside the 10.
Brought down by Riley Wilbur for the Spartans. There's a flag on the play.
Burrows is a junior for the Blue Dukes. So they got a lot of good backups on this team. And even though we're only in week 2 of the season, Whitefish Bay is looking good at 2-0 right now. Although, granted, they haven't played 2 of the big powerhouses. They've played us now, and they've played Nicolay. So not exactly having played the more powerhouse teams in the conference as of yet. All right, now first down for the Blue Dukes. Game well in control. It has been for quite a while. Jackson looking things over, under a minute to play, and he'll take a knee. And that should just about wrap things up here on this week 2 of the football season, as the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes will run it off to the sidelines, and they will run it off and take home a victory by the final score of 42-6. The Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes defeat the West Bend West Spartans. Whitefish Bay got on the board, took a 14-0 lead behind touchdowns of Michael Kaufman, 3 yards, and Drew Garcia of 3 yards. And then the Spartans got what would unfortunately be their only score of the night in the second quarter. Landon Dott threw a touchdown pass to Keegan Tennis, capped off an 8-play, 65-yard drive, made it 14-6. Whitefish Bay would get another touchdown to close out the first half from Drew Garcia and lead 21-6. Then in the third quarter, Michael Kaufman gets a 5-yard touchdown run, makes it 28-6. And then another score by the Blue Dukes made it 35-6, and eventually a final score, pushing it out with a Jack Stecker 44-yard touchdown catch, and makes the final score 42-6. So Whitefish Bay wins. They improve to 2-0 on the season. The West Bend West Spartans lose. They go to 0-2 on the season. That's going to wrap up this production and this game of high school football with the West Bend West Spartans. Our next game will be the Slinger Owls taking on the West Bend East Suns in week number 3 of the 2019 high school football season. Thank you very much for watching our broadcast, and you've been watching courtesy of West Bend Community TV